2K Sports pregame show.
Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Parker and Green are the... guard pairing. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the center position. And the wide open shot from Green. No good on the quick three. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Here's Green following the basket by Stephen Curry. The feed now to Parker. And it's sent back by Bogut. On defense, San Antonio. Offensive rebound, Thompson. Great D that time from Leonard.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And that kind of defense ain't going to get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
There's no doubt about that, fellas. I mean, the more finishes like that he gets, the more his confidence will grow.
Green dishes to Leonard. Off target with his three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Now here's Curry, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team, and they prove you wrong. But Popovich said last year he feels it might actually be the case.
Green kicks to Leonard. 6 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Curry against Parker. There's the three. Another miss by Curry. You know, one thing about this San Antonio team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop himself said he felt they peaked in the 2014
And you wonder if what Pop says is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization, they'll still be competing, I believe, for quite some time.
San Antonio making a switch here. Diaz checked in. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. West comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Ginobili in for Green. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. To the wing right side. Ginobili outside. Parker with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Parker's got 5 points so far.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Spurs shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
And he gets it to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Here is Livingston. And again, no good by Golden State.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Golden State foul. And, of course, Tony Parker. So big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Now, here's Parker. He's got 6. Here's West. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. West has got his first basket.
I don't think you want to get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. That Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how I feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Gotta tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get red.